Good morning. Nice to have you join me. Thank you. Hi, my name is Kelly and this is Maxwell. Let's do a 30-minute yoga practice. This practice is I created for you, for me, for us, is a ladder practice, an abbreviated or shortened practice where we'll do a series of poses building one on top of the other. We have the right side and the left side. We'll go through each side and then add on a pose and go back through that. So the idea is to get your heart rate up a little bit and feel like you've worked but also stretched mostly. So we're going to start on your mat in 90-90 pose, which is knees bent 90 degrees, one in front of the other, or one to the side and one in front, like this. And the tendency is to kind of lean over because you're probably feeling tight in your hips right here. So just starting off the practice, try to sit up tall. So what's happening in your hips, this is a great hip opener, by the way, is internal rotation and external rotation. So this, the leg to the side, internally rotating, and the forward leg, externally rotating. So you're pressing down, and you're almost pressing down this knee to the side so much that you could lift your foot back here, but you're not going to lift it, but you're just pressing down into that knee. Maxwell, do you need to go and say hi to the boys this morning? All right. I know, you're very eager. I'm going to let you go. You guys stay right here. All right, you go. All right, so 90-90. So if you think a 90-degree angle from your knee to your ankle, knee to hip, same on this side, right? And just sit up tall. So you're probably feeling a lot going on in your inner thigh, the adductors, the abductors, sitting up tall. Press the knee down, press this knee down. Good. Now we're just going to tip the knees over, and I'm going to be facing away from you, but going to the other side. So just holding here for a moment. Feel the inner thigh work. Press this knee down and the forward knee. And square your shoulders towards, or face the shoulders towards the direction you're facing, or the leg that's forward. And breathe. So put your fingers on the floor and sit up tall. You can lean over to kind of ease up on this stretch, or intensify it by sitting up taller and keep pressing your legs down. So forward leg externally rotating, this leg internally rotating. And then lift your knees. Now place your feet, I'm going to turn around to the direction I call the front of my mat. So feet on the mat, hands behind like this, lean back and tip your knees to the sides, right and left. Then place your feet flat, lock your hands in, push into the floor, lift up into Malasana. So if you need to, fold the mat up underneath your heels like this, so you're up higher, but I want your heels to be on something. We're going to be here for long enough to take time to do that. All right, so the main thing with Malasana is to have your feet going the same, or your knees going the same direction as your toes. Your knees going the same direction, right? So, and you can just drape your arms over your knees. Don't worry about doing the elbows on the inside of your knees. So nothing too intense right here. Just arms draping over the legs and hang out for a moment. You can move around just a little bit. This is a great stretch anytime before you work out. Creating mobility in the hips and the ankles and the knees. Also strengthening the ankles. So lift up a bit, bring your hands to your heart, and reach your arms up and stand up tall. With the arms up, you're going to lean over to one side, look forward, and then inhale, reach up, lean over to the other side. And I'm slightly tugging on my wrist right here, looking forward, softening the knees. Parallel your feet. Inhale and reach up. Then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Feel the pelvis rotate or hinge forward as you lean forward with a flat back, all the way over. And then let your head come down and look through the legs. Reach your hands for the floor. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins. Exhale and fold. We're going to stand up again. Inhale and reach up. So this also can be done as a warm-up before working out. Any type of workout or any sports event. Inhale, reach, hands to your hips and fold over, because this really warms up and stretches the hamstrings. Hands to your shins, lengthen forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to do this 2 more times. So inhale with a flat back, reach all the way up, stretch overhead. Good. Exhale, your hands to your heart, shoulders rolled back, hands to your hips, and hinge forward all the way over. Drop the head, look through the legs, lengthen, half lift, then exhale and fold. Inhale and rise, warming up those hamstrings. Press into your feet as you lift up. Abs contracted, go right into it. Exhale and fold. Same thing, hinge all the way over, and then look through the legs and lengthen the head forward. And then this time, plant your hands, step your right leg back and left leg back, and put your knees on the mat, like that. Separate your knees, shift your hips back, child's pose. You can put the tops of the feet on the floor. Put your forehead down and breathe. Walk your hands over to the right. And then walk your hands reaching forward. And walk the hands over to the left. Feeling the side stretch. And then walk the hands forward. So keep reaching and reaching and reaching. And then lift up your body into like a cat pose, rounding the spine. Tuck your toes, lift up your knees. Downward facing dog. Shift the hips back. Let's go into plank. So plank hold, press into the mat, shoulders over wrists, legs straight, heels over the balls of your feet. Shift forward, set your knees down if you need to, lower down all the way to the mat for cobra pose. Slide your hands just slightly, lift up your chest away from the floor, look forward, abs in. Exhale, tuck your toes, keep lifting, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Shift forward into plank. So looking between the thumbs, keep your head up. Knees down if you need to. Lower down to the mat. Elbows draw in, shoulders away from the ears. Lift up cobra pose. Keep lifting, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale. Then exhale, lower. This time, if you want, chaturanga arms and lift into upward facing dog. Press into the floor, press into your feet, abs contracted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Look forward and bend your knees. Step your feet to your hands. Half lift, looking forward. Then exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Reach up, stretch the arms overhead. Soften the knees, and let's lean. So the first move we did, leaning over, stretching the side body, and then reach up and lean the opposite way. Inhale and reach your arms up, then exhale, hinge forward, all the way over. Lengthen the head forward, half lift, then plant your hands, step back, go to downward facing dog. Bend your knees. And then straighten the legs. Bend your knees. And then straighten the legs. And downward facing dog. And then hold. Shift forward into plank. Lower down to the mat or chaturanga. Lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to bring the right foot to your right thumb. So lift the right leg up, step your right foot to the thumb, and reach your arms up to the sky, crescent pose. Separate your feet wider to have more balance. If your feet are closer or more narrow stance, it's much harder on balance. Bring your arms out like this. So cactus the arms. Reach up and stretch the arms overhead. Bring the elbows down, cactus. Pull the elbows down to your sides and then reach up again. Do that again. Bring it down and then reach up. Place the hands on the floor. Press into the floor or bring the left knee to the mat. Low lunge. So lowering down, knee on the floor to give those flexors an extra bit of stretch right there. Good. Your knee is over the ankle of the forward leg. And then reach your arms up and stretch. So you're still shifting your hips forward. Look forward. And again, bring the elbows out. Inhale and reach. And bring them out. One more time. Reaching your arms. And pull the elbows down to your sides. Now split pose. Our Ardha Hanumasana. Flex your foot in the front. And so you want your hip over your knee. Don't do this, right? So right here, slide your heel forward just slightly. Hip over the knee and then flatten your back, right? Abs contracted. Walk your hands forward towards your heel. Point your toes up. Good. Now place your foot flat. Hands on the floor. Lift up your left knee and step forward, left leg. Folding over. Now inhale and rise. Lean to the side. Lean, soften the knees and lean to the other side. Fluid motion, inhale and reach up. Exhale, fold. We're going to go to the other side. Lengthen your head forward. Step back left leg and right leg. Downward facing dog. Go through a vinyasa. So shift forward. All the way, tippy toes, lower down to the mat or chaturanga arms, upward facing dog, press into the fingertips, exhale, downward facing dog. So stepping forward with the left foot beside the left thumb, high lunge to start with, inhale and reach your arms up to the sky, pull your shoulders back, pull in the front ribs, lengthen the right leg, bend your elbows, bring the elbows down, and then inhale and reach up. Do that again, elbows down, and then reach up. One more time. Inhale. Then exhale, bring the hands to the floor, knee to the mat. Low lunge position, given the flexors or the psoas muscles in the front of the right side, a little more of a stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up from the side. And again, bring the elbows out. You can keep the toes tucked under back there or put the foot flat. Just see what works better for you. But press into the foot. Bring it down. One more time. Inhale, up. And then exhale, half split pose. So again, your hip stays over your knee and flex your foot like that. And then lift your heart, flat back. Chest comes towards the thigh, walk your hands forward. So getting into those hamstrings and hip flexors. Now place your foot flat, hands on the floor, lift your right knee, step forward, right foot. And fold. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Moving on. Lean over to one side. Holding the wrist and then lean the other way. Good. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Lengthen your head forward. Plant your hands and step back to plank and come to downward dog. Go through a vinyasa. So lower, cobra pose or up dog. Comfortably exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifted up. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Inhale, reach your arms up from the back. All the way up, elbows bend, knee over ankle, and then start to slowly lower down all the way to the mat. Inhale and reach the arms up, elbows out to the side, bending the elbows, pull them down. Inhale, reach, and now half split. Flex your foot in the front, press your heel down into the floor. Good. Flat back. When you flatten your back, you'll feel the hamstring, get that extra little stretch, right? Now place your foot flat and we're gonna go long edge of the mat. Just move from side to side a few times to wake up those inner thigh muscles, warming them up just a bit, the groin. And then bring the hands to the center, flatten your back, look forward. Then I want you to fold all the way over wide leg. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Keep pressing into your feet. Lift your inner arches. Just keep your hands right in the center of your feet. Breathe. Then place the left hand right between your feet. Reach the right arm up. All the way. Reach up to the sky. Draw the shoulder back. Press into that left hand to lengthen a little bit more. Good. Now place your right hand down and lift up the left all the way up. Look up at your hand if you want to, or look down. Either way, press into your hand and your feet. Relax the neck and shoulders. Bring the hand down. You're going to walk your hands to the front of the mat and spin it around. Now, we're going to balance on the right foot. We're going to add on one more before we go to the other side. And then we'll go through it all again, okay? So you're standing on your right foot. You're going to lift up your left leg, standing split. Breathe. So hands forward of your foot, easier. Hands beside your foot, harder. Straighten your right leg, even harder. Hand behind the ankle, hand behind the ankle. Breathe. Then hands on the floor. Bring the knee to the outside of the right ankle. And you're going to sit on the other side of on the left hip. Not the other side, on your left hip. Seated, half lord of the fishes pose. I love that name. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Matsyendrasana. Place your foot on the floor here, pressing hard. Then you're going to press firmly into the foot that's over on the other side. You can't see that side, but I've got my toes tucked into the mat. And then you're going to sweep your right fingers behind your hip, grab the leg and pull it in and turn and look through or look over your shoulder. Or you can center up your chin with your breastbone and just turn the shoulders. Take an extra breath of air. Exhale. Now we're going to come out. Place your hands in front of your right foot. Press into your right foot. Lift up and set your foot down. Side the other. Lengthen the head forward and go ahead and stand tall. Let's do the other side. So lean over. Here's our mantra. Beginning the sequence. Other side. Fluidly, comfortably, just moving. Then center up. Exhale, fold with a flat back. Lengthen your head forward. You're going to step back with your left leg and right leg. Downward facing dog. So you've got an option to stay here. Or let's go through a vinyasa. So knees down if you need to. Otherwise, stay high. Go down to the floor. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step your left foot beside your left thumb. Crescent pose. So I went ahead and widened my stance so that I have my balance. Reach up your arms, bring the elbows to the sides, Pull them down, then start to lower the knee very, very slowly and comfortably, right? All right. So now in low lunge, put the top of the foot down and then shift the hips back, split. Flatten your back, draw that hip back and down, and your heel pointing on, or pressing into the floor, toes pointing up. We're gonna go to the long edge of the mat. Put your foot flat. Tuck your toes, lift your knee, walk your hands to the back and to the front. Do that again. And then stay in the center, place your hands, spread your fingers, press your feet into the floor and fold over. Relax the shoulders. Press into your feet, lift the inner arches of the feet. Reach your right arm up and twist in that wide standing fold. And then place your right hand on the floor, lift the left arm up. And then reach that left hand for the floor. Lift up halfway, walk your hands to, bend your knees and walk your hands to the front. Spin your heels back. Here's your balance. Hands slightly forward, lift up your right leg, standing split. So knee over ankle, that's always the best way to keep your balance. So hands forward of your foot, beside your foot, straighten the leg or behind the calf, the ankle, even if it's for a millisecond. Just try. Reach the leg. Then put your hands on the floor. Bend your knees, both of them sink down. Put your knee on the other side of the ankle. Sit on your right hip first. And you can extend this right leg out straight and sit up tall, or heel to your glute and sit up tall. Both glutes on the floor. Press the left foot into the floor and then pull these toes into the mat. And then you're going to reach around and grab the leg and pull it into your body, giving yourself that hug, the organs squeezing in the twist. Smooth out your breathing, inhaling, exhaling, breathe in, and breathe out. Take another deep breath in, then exhale that out, and then look center or look forward. You're going to come out the same way you came in. So lift up, put your hands on the floor and lift yourself up, press into the left foot. Bring the right foot on the other side of the left foot. Lift up halfway and then fold. Bring your feet out wide. Turn your toes out just slightly. Sit in Malasana. Elbows now in the inside of your knees. Hands to your heart. Malasana. Super great stretch for your hips. Then bring your hands to the floor. And reach your arms, stretch. Sit behind your heels. Extend your legs out straight. So wide seated fold. So just like when we were standing, right? To compare the difference of seated with your legs wide and then folding over. Big difference for the inner thighs. Walk your hands forward with your legs out. Flex your feet. Press your heels into the floor. So bring your forearms down if you can. Reach further forward, flat back. Draw your abs in. Keep pressing into your legs, inhaling, exhaling. Walk your hands in. And then use your hands, bring those legs together, slap them out. And then let's face the front. Bring the soles of your feet together. So again, inner thighs, heels closer to your groin, harder, heels farther away. That'll make it easier. So just sit up tall and relax the shoulders and the jaw. Look at your feet. Grab the top of your feet and pull yourself forward. Maybe bring the elbows on the outside of your knees. And turn your head right and left. Loosen up the neck. And now we've gone through stretching pretty much everything in your body, warming up your joints and muscles. Now you're ready for your day or the rest of your day, whatever time you're watching this. Okay, so now bring your legs to cross comfortably, reach your arms up overhead and look up at your hands down to your heart. And as you do that, close your eyes, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, let that go. Ready for the day. Edge of the hands to the mind's eye. Thank you. Much gratitude. Edge of the hands to the heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great one. And leave me your comments if you did this class. I appreciate it. Hope you feel good, and I'll see you again next time. Okay? Bye.